What's up, everybody? I've been trying to do this all day, but my phone took forever to back up the files, but we got that taken care of. So I'm splitting tip number one into two parts. There'll be a part one, part two, because part two is going to deal with tools and buying herbs and things like that, and part one is going to be all about research and reading. So let's go into tip one, witching on a budget. All right. So when it comes to researching and everything like that, there's a couple of things I always tell people who I've guided or have taught in the past. Rule number one, read everything you can get your hands on. Rule number two, take everything you read with a grain of salt, because everybody's understanding of the craft and how to practice is different. While some traditions may have a specific structure and things like that, it's still the author of that blog post, that YouTube video, that TikTok video, whatever it may be, it is still their understanding. So take everything with a grain of salt. I also equate rule two to take what feels right and then leave the rest, kind of a scenario, all right? Rule number three, research the authors that you read when it comes to books, articles, everything. Find out what they stand for. This is a little bit easier to do with authors, especially big name authors, and determine if you want to continue to support them or not. All right, make that decision for yourself, because I can sit here and give you a list of authors I would not recommend, but that's a personal opinion based off of my own research into what the author stands for, what kind of things they support, things like that. All right. So definitely make sure you do that. And if there is a specific author that you want to read their books, but you don't want to support them, leads me in my first point. Go to the library. Check out every book that you can. I have been practicing for so long that our library system, our public library system here, has pretty much yielded me with almost every single book read. I think there's like one or two, but I'm on the waiting list for them, and I have been for quite some time, because apparently they're really popular. The second point I'm going to tell you here is Google, Google, Google. We literally have the information superhighway right at our fingertips. Watch videos, read articles, all those things. All right? And then the third one, if you must buy a book, or if you just absolutely write a book and you want to put it on your shelf because you like that book so much, use bookstores. You can also, sometimes you can get lucky and go to thrift stores and find them too. I have one or two times found a couple of books at thrift stores, and I nabbed them up right away, even if I hadn't read them before. Because then, if I didn't like the book, I only spent $1 or $2, depending on what thrift store you go to, for those books. All right. So definitely read everything that you can. Take what you will, leave the rest, or read everything with a grain of salt. Research the authors, research those that produce content or books, and see what they stand for to see if you want to support them. All right? Then from there, look to your local libraries. Research online. I mean, literally, Google has practically everything on it. Or purchase from used bookstores. There are lots of apps lots of apps and websites out there now where you can order them directly to your door. If I could think of the name of the one that I usually buy from when I can't find a book on like Kindle or anything like that, I'll let you guys know in the comments. So yeah, definitely look for those used books. It'll save you a lot of money in the long run. I will see you in Witching on a Budget Part 2, coming soon, with love and wisdom. Namaste.